Have you watched the documentary, Craigslist Joe? I think it's a really kind of fun documentary. It's about a young guy who was kind of curious of what it was like in the outside world now that everything is so computerized and electronically designed. And so he basically decided to separate from his normal life, where he would be away from friends, family, work, money, everything, just totally separate, out into the world, and all he had was his computer and his cell phone, and he was going to live on Craigslist for 30 days. I think it's a great documentary. I think it is, it's kind of fun, but it's more than anything else, it's kind of inspirational. It's one of those feel-good kind of a documentary. And I'm sharing my post because I was on Craigslist. I do like Craigslist, by the way, because it has full of stuff going on. You know, you want to post something, it's there. Anyways, I was just kind of curious what it's like out there, and with my little snooping around in the sections, different sections, there was one on platonic friends, and I wanted to know, with my curiosity, what are people thinking? What are people feeling? What are the things they want? And I saw a lot of sadness. I saw a lot of sadness there, just in the posts that they put out there. Just seemed like people really lonely, a lot of loneliness. And I also saw a lot of boredom. I felt really bored, and they were telling people to give their phone number and says, please just text me, I'm bored, text me, do this. And I kind of felt sad myself, like, oh, that's why is it that they have to feel this way? Just, you could see a lot of lonely. I'm really lonely, I want a friend, I'm all for friends and stuff like that, but just a lot of loneliness. And so I wanted to share. I would like to say, anybody who watches this, to remember who you are, really connect to who you are. Loneliness is nothing more than not connecting who you really are. I think when we really realize who I am, or who you are, or someone else, once we really connect with ourselves, we realize that we don't have to be lonely. The balance of being okay just the way we are, and once we're in a balance of really accepting ourselves, of who we are, then we have an opportunity to share, helping other people. And if we are in that balance, we don't ever have to feel lonely, ever, ever, ever again. So if you're ever feeling that way, lonely, then just, my recommendations is have time with yourself and really connecting who you are. Sometimes it takes, months and years to connect to that level of being okay being alone for a while and taking time within yourself. Be okay with it, but it's so worth it in the long run. And the other thing is about, I also was kind of sad about the people, like, oh, here, text me, because I'm really bored. And I don't have an answer with that one. But I guess the same thing, really connect with who you are. I feel sad, when people feel that they feel, the only thing they have left is, just a job, just enough to live. I have a job so I can, pay the bills, feed myself, and hopefully enough to go out and party or, do something. I think doing things is actually fun, but I think there's so much more than that, than just, going out there to do these, things like that's going to make us happy. I think good to do fun things, but to really take time to connect with humanity. And I think the more that we're connecting to humanity, the more that we realize that we are all here and there's so much to do. Really connect with who you are, and if you feel that your job is boring, It's not for me to change that situation, because everybody has to know what's right for them, or what's right for you. But I would highly recommend to realize that life is so short. It's so short, and not to waste it just so you can Skype to live. Okay, I'm bored, so let me Skype. We're just wasting away in life, that we're here for a reason, and we're here to either be part of something to help someone, or maybe to learn something within ourselves. But don't be bored with life. It's so short. I know, I'm not an old person, but life has passed me by, and there's been many years that just is gone now. And I look back like, oh my God, it went so fast. And I've talked to other people too, and they're 60s and 70s. And I said, how does it feel like? Do you feel like life was slow and that you did everything you want? And most often they say, oh my God, it went by so fast. It was like yesterday. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling bored and you don't like what you're doing, just remember, life is so short. You're special and life is short, and make something for yourself. It doesn't mean financial. If financial means what you want, great, but that's not what I'm saying. Don't jump into like, oh, I have to do it just to do something for myself, to prove something, but more like, be who you are and be what's important, what you're here for, and to allow yourself to experience what's important for you to experience.